Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome back to another week's episode. It has been a week, that's for sure. A week is correct is when we're thinking about what it has been because I mean, thank God I'm not as burnt out, but y'all, let me tell you what happened this week. Okay, wow. Today's feature drink is champagne. Except it's not actually champagne because actual champagne is like really expensive. Um, my dog gives me genuine hives. Something in my dog's fur we're allergic to, me and my family, and I don't know what it is, but I wonder if it's like being allergic to cats. But then again, I've been around cats and it's way worse, so I don't know. To each their own, I guess. Anyway, so what's happened in the past week? Okay, today is Thursday. Yes, we have to record early. Calling Thursday early is crazy because it comes out Saturday at 2 a.m. But could have done it Friday. Um, anyway, last Thursday. Ooh, I don't even know if I actually met this new friend yet. I think I had at this point, but last Thursday, I was just a normal person living a normal life. And I decided, so okay, I've hopped back onto Bumble BFF. It's like a dating app but for friends. Okay. I've been using it since I was 18. I think maybe 19, but I've been using it for a while. But um I didn't tend to meet great people on it. So I ended up stop using it. Same with dating apps too. Um but every now and then I just get back on it cuz I want to make new friends. I don't have a ton of friends. And I don't have I don't want to say I don't have any friends, but like low key. I don't know. Depends on what you define as a friend. So anyway, um yeah. So I ended up meeting, this is going to be a whole story. Um Austin, if you're listening to this, stop. Or other person. I probably shouldn't say their name. We're just going to use Austin and Texas. I can remember that actually. Austin and Texas, okay. Because I don't want to be too distinguishable. But anyway, so on the app, I met this guy named Austin on the friend app. And I don't remember honestly anything about that part of it. I remember the dude was, I think we just ended up just messaging because I will say on that app I'm not really super picky. There has to be like huge deal breakers for me because it's just friends. It's not like we're gonna get married, and different backgrounds, different people. That's chill. So if you're down to be friends, I'm down to be friends, Loki. Like, and so I don't really remember much besides we ended up like matching, and then I don't really know what you'd call it because calling it matching it gives more dating app. It's not really quite the right word, but I mean I think that's exactly what it is. So I don't know. Regardless, um, I remember I texted this dude. What did I even say? Y'all, let's pull up the receipts because I'm just gonna give a boring reenactment of it. Um, so let me see. Who is this? Why do I recognize this person? Hmm. Anyway, okay. So we said, they said, "What's up?" I said, "How are you?" He said, basically small talk. Um, We ended up talking, and then I remember the first thing was that stood out to me the most was them being like, I don't think I should tell this story. Let's simplify this. I met Austin. We ended up talking. We ended up hanging out. Let's leave it at that. Because more detail than that feels a little chismosoing. It feels a little gossip. Okay. And so I met Austin. I found out about Texas. Texas is Austin's wife. Okay. And it threw me off. Let's just say I remember, I'm going to give y'all some context, okay? I remember Austin was very insistent on like, me and him will not be friends. Me and them will be friends. So me, Austin, and Texas. They're like a package deal, which I respect the commitment. I really do. But at the same time, it threw me off because I was like, I'm not married. I'm not even in a relationship. But like, even if I was, okay, I can see that's like a normal thing. Married people looking for friends. But what's so weird to me, especially on this app, they always are always like looking for somebody to go on a double date with. Which, okay, that makes more sense. But like, this is the second or third person now that I've met that they're in a relationship and they're all like, no, we all have to be friends. And I'm like, we don't though. The normal progression and evolution of things are I am your friend because you and me have something in common. We got to know each other. And then I become friendly with your wife, or I become friends also with your wife, but not on the same level, you know? So, this whole concept, again, this isn't the first person, but the whole concept, I was never open to it before because I was like, I was judgy. I was like, I'm not, what? What am I like? I don't think I can say that. But like the guy who sits in the chair in the corner, is that me? Is that who I am? And so, which I swear it does give that feel, okay? Uh, and so I ended up being like, you know what? Clearly I'm just too judgy because I ain't got no friends, so something needs to change. So I was like, you know what? Whatever, sure. Like, I'll process this with ChatGPT and just go with it. But it's actually not that crazy. We don't need to get into that. Basically, social medias did not want us to add each other, and I was like, oh, I'll just take that as a hint. But we ended up hanging out, and they're pretty chill. Um, and so twice in the past 7 days, I've gone out with these people. The nights, on average, started at 9 p.m. If you know me, you know that's insane. My nights do not start at 9 a.m. At 9 p.m. Sorry, they. I shoot. No, like no, it's not me. Um, but I was like, you know what? Memories. If nothing else, it's a good story. I'll go. So the first place we go to, I can't actually say the name of it, but it was this billiards bar, which I've been to one actually before, but we ended up leaving it really fast when we went last time. Um, and it just was so affordable. It was so fantastic. The vibes were immaculate. Conversation flowed. So did the drinks. Now, I didn't do anything crazy, thank God. I ended up having 2 club sodas while I was there in place of beers. And then I just like nursed the life out of a Michelob Ultra because it was the lowest alcohol beer. I ended up staying there till 2 a.m. That's not me, but we had a good time. And then a few days later, same thing. I get it's to another place around 9. I leave at 1. It was insane because again, I'm not built for that stuff. But I've been having a good time with that. But then I'm also like, so like, work is like, it's like if you got a ball and you curbed it, that's work. I really need to start paying more attention to when I start recording because I never know how long these are. It's pure vibes. It's purely just vibrations at this point. Where are we even at right now? Right now, this camera has recorded a total of 9 hours. Nice. Yeah, no idea where we're at. No idea where we're at. We're gonna guess. I'm gonna say we're probably like 9 minutes in. So we're gonna say is okay, sure, why not? I'm not good at math, chat. Um, okay. Anyway, so we're gonna say we're about 9 minutes in. That's what I'm gonna guesstimate. Anyway, and so I ended up going and what am I talking about? Me filling dead air. Um, I ended up, y'all. Why do I stress myself out? I'm already here thinking about how I have to edit this. I have to get this all up because I have plans for tomorrow, like immediately after work, and those are probably gonna take a long time. And I don't want to honestly deal with anything when I get back home. So, oh my gosh, now I'm just stressing myself out for no reason. I've been so good at that lately. Anyway, work has been stressing me out. That's what I was getting to. Work has just been impossible. It's impossible. And people, the smallest things, people will be like, I need this, another one of these printed out. And I can't find where a copy of it is. It makes me want to crash out. In my mind, I'm like, I am such a mess. Am I even employable at this point? um, it's been stressing me out. And I hate it. Oh, he said it, but like I do. And I'm there, I'm doing the work, but I hate it. And I was thinking about, there was a time where I would tell people that I loved my job, and I really think I did. But now that I'm at this stage in my life, I'm like, did I? Did I mean it when I said that? Because, dang, I can't reach for anything. I need podcasting tips, y'all. How do you cope? Everything is in your way. It's like, I mean, I could put the drink here, but like, that doesn't look good. Nobody wants to see that. How do y'all deal with positioning? Like, I don't like that. Anyway, and so I've just been employed, thank God, but like, still, it's nice to keep up with my bills, but 40 hours plus a week doing something that I hate and I'm not prepared for and I'm not given the resources to do, and then I get yelled at for not doing right because I don't have the resources to do. It's frustrating. But I have good news. Two things. One, I started watching Love Island. I made a drinking game out of it, actually. Um, those episodes are insanely long. Each one is the length of a movie. Now, I should know that, given I watched Love Island UK in like 2019. I binged that show for a while. But then it just got so exhausting because the series never ended. There's only like 5 couples it starts with, which means it should only be like 9 episodes, maybe. No, they were on season, like episode 50 whenever I was watching it. I was like, please, I am begging you, stop dragging it. Um, but anyway, I started watching the one that's super popular right now with Amaya and Austin, and those are like the only names I know. I think there's a Nick in there. I don't know. But I started watching those, and they are really boring. I'm being dramatic by going like this. Honestly, I'm quite bored with them. But at the end of the first episode, it caught my attention. And so I've been trying to get into it, but they're so dense. Not in an insulting way, in a genuine, I can't just binge watch that. It's exhausting. It's literally watching a movie of men in swim shorts and women in bikinis. It's so tiring. Um, but I'm watching it anyway. Me complaining, but also doing it anyway. Um, regardless of that, Coachella is next week. Am I excited? Absolutely. Speaking of which, I offered to make plans with somebody during Coachella weekend, and I really hope that we're able to do that for um let's see. Yeah. So they said let's shoot for next week. It can't be the weekend. I'm so sorry, but the weekend is gonna be mine. Coachella weekends are for me. Um, but yeah, I'm super excited for Coachella. I'm not going physically to Coachella, but I'm going mentally and I'm watching it. And I love Coachella weekend. Coachella weekend is like one of my weekends during the year. It's fantastic. Never went, never physically went. Kind of tempted not to physically go because you pay like hundreds of dollars to sweat and just be miserable from what I've heard. And then to go to the bathroom and porter potties and stuff. It's just actual insanity. I think I will go one of these days maybe, but like we'll see. Regardless, I am excited about that. I'm needing an alcohol what's it called for that? Restock. I'm needing an alcohol restock for that. But it's gonna be exciting. And how'd I do with that grab, y'all? Now my now my ears are itching, ruining the cinematography. But yeah, I'm excited for Coachella, and yeah, I have a lot going on at the moment. Additionally, I also got a storage unit for data, and I used it, and it's just, let me tell you, it's just so nice to be able to just dump stuff, just be like goodbye, goodbye, like with all the stuff that I just don't need, like freaking. Do you know how many screenshots of useless stuff I have saved on my phone? I need AI to get better at that, and I think AI is already doing that, but I just don't trust it. You know, I needed to get so smart that it can read through my screenshots and tell what's significant and what's not. But then it would be reading through my screenshots and photos, so probably don't actually want that. Anyway, I should really be at my mother's house right now. She is eating good, and I'm too busy working. It's so hard. It's so hard being me. um, but girl, she was making a whole meal. I need to make a meal. Actually, never mind. Forget going there. I need to cook for myself. I'm running out of frozen food that I made. Yeah, you heard that right. That I made. After this, I'm gonna have to reheat my pizza and start cooking because I'll be out of pizza. I'll need to order stuff. Wait, actually, I can breathe for a second because I can actually afford to order stuff now. Thank God. It's been a rough financial few months, but thank God I'm recovering. Um, and I need to order stuff to make more frozen stuff to have stuff ready for times where it's convenient. Like the past week has been. Um, and so yeah, I'm excited. I'm just excited for everything. I cannot believe Coachella is in 8 days, you guys. I'm so excited. Um, but I'm gonna have to go to Costco. Oh my goodness, Costco is such a burden. Why do they not make Costco's that are nearby? They only make Costco's that are like problematically far away from you. And like even there's a Costco like you could argue near my work allegedly, but still round trip it's insane. I'm not gonna say how long it is, but it's insane. Um, and I just want convenient wine and cheap bourbon and all of that stuff. But no, that's bad. Mm-mm. Like what? Why? What's wrong with that? Why is champagne like the beer of wine? My favorite thing is putting down glasses on my phone because I know the condensation like ring won't permanently stain anything because it's glass. And I know I should be concerned because it's a phone, but I'm not. Anyway, I'm in my ready to crash out era. Um, because I just feel overwhelmed. But again, on the bright side, I don't feel burned out as much. So I took one day off this week. Chef's kiss. I would recommend them. They are so hard to take off though. I imagine that's what like gym bros talk about whenever they're all like talking about how hard like day off of the gym is. Because for me it was always I was actually scared of taking days off at the gym. Oh goodness, guys, that's my next project I need to do is start building that squat rack that I. Anyway, um, I bought a squat rack that can also be used as a bench press, I believe, and I really need to set it up because that's kind of like a goated setup, and just having it here would be goated. Um, because I really do like working out, but I have this really irritating anxiety thing where I just don't think I have enough time in a day. And so I spend the day wasting it. It's kind of like a lunch break, you know what I mean? Your lunch break is never long enough. And so my way with lunch breaks, I stopped eating during my lunch break for the most part. Like I try not to eat during my lunch break anymore because it feels so short that I found whenever I don't eat and I don't do anything, it feels so much longer and I can actually relax rather than eating and genuinely not even getting to finish my lunch by the time my break's over, or I finish my lunch and there's like 3 minutes left and I basically just have to go straight back to my desk, and so it's like that, you know. I just feel like there's not enough time to do things, so I just don't do them, and it's such a problematic thing that I can work on eventually, but I'm not ready to work on it yet, y'all. Like, no, thank you. Um, but where was I going with that? Oh, basically, I never think I have enough time for anything, so I don't do just basic stuff. Low key, honestly, like working out. I narrowed it down to like a 20-minute routine, and still, I just don't feel like I have enough time in a day to do it. It feels like a waste of my time. I'm so stressed out all the time, and I'm so overwhelmed all of the time. It's exhausting, and so I just stopped. um, and that's why what I was getting at is I was always scared of taking a day off, honestly, because taking a day off gave me more time. And if I had more time, I would be like, why am I wasting my time? And then I would get too depressed to go back. And now we haven't gone for a while. But I think having it just readily available would be goaded. But then again, I have dumbbells readily available, and even those became like a whole. But I get more time. It just makes me so mad how my brain works. My brain's so like, why are we fighting ourselves? Isn't your job to preserve this body? I'm just saying. Instead, it's like, eat, 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 fatty, fatty, fatty. Which it's telling me, by the way. That's the other thing, too. The voice is no, not like that. But like, whenever I think that I'm a fatty, it's my own brain attacking me. Why would it do that? And whenever it makes decisions to make me a fatty and it goes, I'm not hungry, but I'm stressed. Boys, somebody sew that mouth shut. Please don't actually. But like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, but yeah. Anyway, it's been a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on at the moment. My phone's at 5%. I swear, life just likes to test me. It's just like, hey, I noticed you've been too understanding. Um, let's throw something at you, yeah. But thank God. I mean, I will say, I feel like maybe I've made good friends with this, but mm. Then there was also the guy who we were gonna hang out, but we're just gonna assume he just wanted a ride. I don't really know what happened with that, but he would like, he was like, "Oh, let's do something," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, what do you want to do?" And he was like, a movie, and I was like, I mean, I guess, because I kind of stand by the first time you meet somebody, a movie shouldn't be what you do, because you never meet up to talk. And actually, I just like to talk anyway. So this guy trying to be friends, but how on earth do you become friends watching a movie? I just don't like movies. See, it's just me being anxious again. Somebody just sedate me at this point. Somebody sedate me. If you know, you know. Anyway, now I'm really stressing myself out. I'm really thinking about going to the store and just buying a ton of frozen food. I did that with McDonald's at the beginning of this week, and let me tell you, okay, I bought McDonald's. I bought my favorite thing at McDonald's, which is the 40 McNuggets. And who is charging my credit card right now? Oh. Oh, what? That's so expensive. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Everything just stresses me out. So I went to McDonald's and I bought 40 nuggets, 4 medium fries, okay? I love that combo. That combo is so nostalgic to me. It's so good to me. It's so blah blah. Right. So I get it. I get home. I start eating it. I'm like, girl, it's not hitting. It's not hitting. Mind you, I haven't had this for months or who even knows how long. And then I just am like, we need to go buy a pizza or something. Like, this is why you are gaining weight. I'm gaining pounds at a time, by the way. This is why once a year lately you've been like, ooh, let's speed run any percent weight gain. Because you think that it's okay to just go and shove your face as much as you can for an entire day and not go anywhere. Bed rotting or bed weight gain maxing? Be honest. That's me at myself. And so, yeah, I was just like, ugh, my dopamine hit isn't high enough. I need to go buy a pizza. Shut up, fatty. Man, I'm so mad. Can you tell? Not even just at this, just in general. Kind of want to just not be mad. You know what'll help with that? I'm joking. I'm joking. Guys, do not use alcohol as a coping mechanism. Do not abuse alcohol. Do not abuse substances. Do not abuse anything, actually. Have y'all seen those? Can I say that? Have y'all seen those memes that are like, I would never abuse alcohol. I love alcohol. Have y'all seen those memes? Honestly, iconic. I met this girl on Hinge named Grace. Did I talk about her last week? I can't stop talking about her. We didn't match. She probably swiped no on me. I don't think I guess I could show you the photos, but too risky it seems like. But she is a baddie. She's a baddie. She knows she a 10. And I'm obsessed with her basically. I hate that I'm touching the glass this much. I can see the fingerprints on it. It's making me so mad. Like, why are we doing that? Anyway. And so, I'm obsessed with her. Grace with a Y. If you're watching this, message me on Instagram at Logan's Diagnoses podcast. Anyway. And so, there's no end, so that's it. Guys, I just honestly want to go to the sushi bar right now. There's a sushi bar they made. There's a new one. I'm not saying it's near me. I'm just saying they made a new one. And it is such a nice aesthetic. I kind of want to convince, maybe I can get my mother to go with me tonight. I'll be like, want to take us to the sushi bar? And she'll be like, I just ate. And I'll be like, guys, I'm so tired. I'm stressed. Mainly stressed, actually. On the bright side, I don't know. Maybe I should just break this glass. What do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think? I was watching Instagram, okay? These people were talking about how nobody likes overproduced content. I was like, speak for yourself. I love overproduced content to an extent. Now, I will say, I think some things are better filmed with your iPhone because, like, if I'm like, I don't know. If I was all like with my like best friend allegedly, and we were just like allegedly just, I don't know, cooking just casually, not for a commercial or anything, and I see this freaking light hitting me and all this framing. Yeah, yeah, I'd happen to agree. That nobody needs a light. I'm so sorry. Is the light meter at 0 right now? Chat, this is unheard of. Hold on. It's lying if it says it isn't. Wait. No, it's not. That's what I thought. It's at point. It's at plus +0.3. It's gonna make me crash out. Anyway, and so how do pens work? Y'all know this pen? If somebody can tell me what pen this is, purely from aesthetics, I will give you nothing, but you'll get some brownie points. Tell me what pen you think this is. Anyway, do you guys think I should buy Louboutin shoes? If you don't know what Louboutin shoes are, they're like Gucci, but like just famous for having red bottoms. Very expensive. A pair of the shoes that I would buy would be like $1,600. What if I just? Can you imagine? I'd be so mad if I broke it. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm so tired. Me trying to like not fall asleep for 10 minutes straight. What else have I been doing? I've been super into Not Love Line. I know I've talked about that, but I do this weird thing with podcasts. I found where I start at the most recent episode that they have published at that time, right? And then I just go all the way down, and then I don't know how to explain it. You would think even after that, okay, let's say like the logical order is I go all the way down. Okay, sure. You would think from there I would go from oldest to newest, but no. Then I'll go back all the way at the top and then go all the way down, and then just keep doing that, and it keeps me from keeping up to like in real time with these podcasts. Like for example, there's like at least probably like 6, maybe more, episodes of Wine About It that I just haven't seen yet because I haven't I haven't finished all of Wine About It. Why did I? Oh, I guess I did actually. But B, the thing is, I swapped over to Not Love Line, so now I have to watch all of Not Love Lines, and then I can watch like Wine About It, and then I can watch all of Not Love Lines, and then I can just. It's such a trap. It's such a trap. Somebody needs to go to jail for that one. Dang, do I look good, y'all? When I was at the bar, the freaking dude, somebody rated me a 0 out of 10. And not even in a rude, well, I mean, it was rude, but like, not even, I'm not even going to justify it. That 0 out of 10 is just offensive. I cannot picture somebody that's worth a 0 out of 10. The light meter is saying 0. I knew I wasn't losing my mind. But like 0 out of 10 means that like nothing. What does that even mean? That's like basically just calling them like a creature. Like saying you're just not attractive at all whatsoever. A 0 out of 10 is the most insane thing ever to me. What are you talking about? And I mean, I'd say me mogging for that photo. I'd say I wouldn't. I don't care, but I do. Anyway, what should I make whenever I'm done? Anyway, speaking of mogging, I've been trying to watch Clavicular's Mog World Order. It's like low-key been amazing. And learning about his philosophy is so fascinating and also so true. The way he's just actively proving his philosophy with like he gets special treatment from the law, from women, from friends. The things he says and the way he acts with women and gets away with is insane. The average person could not do what that man does. And he just $1,000 bail money. That's it for him to get out of jail. And he probably won't get charged. So it's just actually insane. It's like his black pill theory, like let that man cook. Let that man cook. Let me refill this. I'll be right back. Maybe I should just like Maybe I should just, I don't know. But cheers. Um, the champagne, by the way, I'm drinking it because it's getting old. I'm fascinated with how long carbonation can maintain in champagne because I opened this bottle. First of all, do y'all see it just bubbling? I opened this bottle like, I don't even know, 5 days ago or something, and it's still bubbly. That just blows my mind. If it was sparkling water, it's dead in a few hours. It's gone, completely gone. I don't know what they put in champagne, but good for them. Anyway, yeah. So, long story short, it's been a wild week. A lot has happened, but also not a lot has happened. In, I would say, the best way possible, but not inherently. I'm just exhausted. Like, we're done. We're done. We're absolutely done. Um, and by we, I mean me. I'm done. Like, goodbye. Respectfully, I'm so tired. But, regardless, I can't be done because I have to keep working and make food, and I'm serving a single father who works 2 jobs, who loves his kids and never stops. But yeah, it's been a week. I'm exhausted. I need to make food. I need to make plans. I need to export. I need to render. I need to edit first. I'm just so tired, chat. Help a man out. Somebody just. I don't know how you could help me out, actually. I don't know, but I'm so tired. I work like a dog day and night to put food on the table. A pot of coffee that my family won't even touch. What did she say? Does somebody know that speech? Many people know that speech. Me, like, is that speech too underground? um. Anyway, today I was really excited to clear off my laptop, though. Let me tell y'all, I cleared my laptop. Had about, how much did I remove? I removed about 700 gigabytes today, ish, approximately. It could be more. I don't think it's a lot less. If it is less, um, I had a lot of stuff on my laptop, and thank God that we don't have to worry about that anymore. Because it was just, I was like, what do I do with storage? um, you really would think it'd be hard to fill a terabyte, but in this economy, not really. Not really. Um, I learned all about RAID systems. You'll know what RAID is? Probably not. As you shouldn't, quite honestly. Basically, let me find a way to make this fun. RAID is like if you were a group of four and you have like the sober sister and then the 3 drunk girls, okay? And specifically, I learned about RAID 5, okay? So basically, all of the girls remember different parts of the night, but none of the girls remember the entirety of the night. For example, Jessica wandered off and slept with a man, and the other 3 didn't know about it, okay? Not that they're all women, but in this case, they are all women, purely because I I said so. No shade towards women. And then Brittany, she remembered Jessica sneaking off with a martini in her hand. But Jessica didn't remember the martini. But then John, you know what? The men are being added to the equation. Okay. I don't know. I don't know any other female names. Rachel was added. Rachel noticed that her friend Brittany, who was at the bar with her, was bleeding after she broke a glass, but Brittany doesn't remember breaking a glass. And so when you put all of them together, you can get the entire night. But separated, they're missing pieces of information. but you can figure out what happened, in the sense of, if Brittany needs to know what happened with Jessica, then she can speak with Jennifer about it. You know what I mean? And so the more boring explanation of it is that um, one of your drives is basically just spends its entire life learning the math of your other drives with zeros and ones, and it's pretty boring. But it keeps your stuff protected, because if something gets corrupted or something, it can recreate it. Because it'll be like, I remember this, I remember that. So here's your footage back. Which also, how on earth can video footage be zeros and ones? I need someone to explain that to me. When I open zeros and ones, it doesn't look like video. And when I open video, it doesn't look like zeros and ones. So, I don't know. Somebody let me know. Maybe ChatGPT just did a bad job explaining it, but I learned all about it. Um, but I think that's about it for this week, you guys. Um, Thank you all so much for listening. If you have any suggestions on what I should listen to, what that too, honestly, I meant what I should cook, but honestly, that too. If you have any suggestions on what I should cook, please let me know. Um, I love you all. If you enjoyed this week's episode, please be sure to give it a good rating, a thumbs up, 5-star, 10-star, whatever platform you're on. If you could please leave the best review possible, it would mean so much to me for this show. Comment whatever you want. That's what it's there for. Honestly, just trauma dump. Give me a recipe. I don't know, anything. I really do appreciate you all supporting me in this. I really do hope one day this can be our full-time job. And all I can see is the headphone crease on my head that's probably not there from wearing headphones all day for work. But thank you all so much for this week's episode of the podcast. I love you all. And I will see you all next week. Bye, guys.